Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's leg 11 of the French bush trip from Montpellier to Le Castellet, a trip I've already done, I think, on the channel and also in real life. Montpellier, Le Castellet is not far from where I am in the world, in the real world. LFMT to LFMQ. Right, now we're on this runway and we're on this, not runway, we're on this taxiway. And we need to decide whether we want to get onto the actual main runway or maybe go over to the runway we're supposed to be on, which is out over there somewhere. Let's go see if we can find the runway we're supposed to be on. Let's have a little bit of a wander around, huh? What do you think? Do we need fuel? No, not yet. See if we can find a taxiway that'll take us over there. And there's a taxiway there, but it's not exactly... You know what? No, let's go. I was going to say, let's just get on the big runway and get going. But no, I want to find the actual runway we're supposed to land on instead of doing a Harrison Ford and landing on a taxiway. It said left and I didn't see it. I didn't see it from the air. There is a little runway over on the other side of this airport. It's a tiny little thing. So we're just going to go for a drive today. I'm going to drive all the way to Le Castellet. Alright, let's slow down a bit to go around this corner. Use our brakes. Nice. Gotta use the brakes. Alright, let's see. How do we get to this runway then? Hello people working at the airport. Please don't get in my road. I'm gonna go down here and hope that this little van isn't in my road. See if we can find the runway. Here somewhere. Oi, car! Oi, car! This is a taxiway! Get out of it, car! Good thing it clips through, huh? I think that must be the runway at the end there. All these cars! Go away! Go away! What are you doing? I'm crashing into cars. Look, to be fair, they're not meant to be here. They are not meant to be here. Here's the runway down near the water. Found the runway. Bit of a trek, but hey. Permission to take off, please. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. Wow, there we go. Let's go. The turning circle's still pretty bad, even with the right brake on. Let's go. Well, even should have gone to the other end of the runway. Up we go. Because we're going to need to turn right around. Oh look, we've got some photogrammetry stuff going on here. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Good stuff, game. Good stuff. Montpellier. Beautiful town. Absolutely beautiful town. We'll gain a bit of height this way for a bit. Get our flaps up. Have a bit of a look at the town. Although we've already done that on the channel. Look it up if you want to see it. I did a, a tour of the town with a bit of drone looking around at the city itself. Alright, I think we can head back the way we came now, because we want 126 for 4 minutes 15. Back over the airport. Good enough, there we go. You might just get over the runway, why not? Why not? That's what you're meant to do. We're actually doing it properly for once. I know, who are you and what have you done with Chaz? Doing it properly? Why? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Alright, that'll do. Alright, start our clock. We're heading to the Les Billettes Lighthouse. take off from runway 30L in a northwest direction. Well, I did the opposite, but hey. Once airborne, set your heading to 284 degrees and skirt around the town of Pourrois, south of the airport. Make your way to the coast across the Gulf of Aigues-Mortes towards the Phare d'Espiguet, a lighthouse on the tip of the bay. Oh no, so I actually ended up doing exactly what it said. Exactly what it suggested. Didn't even know it was going to suggest that. Alright, I think we're high enough. Let's trim down to our customary 1% down to our 70 or 80%. Let's try 80 to begin with. 80% power. 100% skill. Alright, we could do with a bit of fuel transferal. There we go. Again, this crazy. What are you living on a sandbank for? The sandbank life. So, 4 minutes 15. Probably all in clouds. Let's see what's behind us first. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Montpellier. As we go into the clouds. Cinematically. Cinematically. Wow, look at that. Weird geometric patterns the algorithm's doing. That's weird. Okay. So let's find this lighthouse, if we can. Must be on the very tip of this, well, it says tip of the bay, but, you know, surely it's the tip of the peninsula, or the cape, or whatever you want to call it. Where are you, lighthouse? Where are you? The beautiful colours, the water, the farmland, the towns, the lakes, lagoons, whatever you want to call them, reservoirs. A lot of water inland there, a lot of water. Will we be able to see this lighthouse, or will it just be a random building on the edge of the beach here? Probably another minute to go before we turn, so... I wonder, I feel like there's probably a lighthouse right there, but... judging by the geography and the little... you know, the little nub on the end of the sand there. That's be where you put a lighthouse, surely. So that the boats don't crash into the country of France. Alright, probably another actually 30 seconds or so. Still to go, according to my clock. Which should be fairly accurate, seeing as I was kind of at speed above the runway when we started the clock for once. And maybe this lighthouse is up ahead here. Maybe that's that white blob on the beach there, maybe. I don't know, you don't know. Well, someone knows. The lighthouse keepers of l'Espiguet. A lighthouse would probably know, or anyone who's, you know, looks it up on a map. They'd know. Maybe not. I thought that was like a building, but it's just, I don't know, a restaurant or something. There we go. Is it below us? We're turning. No, maybe not. Don't see any lighthouse. Doesn't really matter. 101 for 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Sainte Marie de la Mer. Follow the shoreline east and pass over a myriad of lakes set in from the coast. When you reach the Rhône River Delta, the town of Sainte Marie de la Mer awaits at the westernmost side of Burdac Gulf. Lovely. Lovely. Got some gas cylinder or something things there, I guess. I think that's what we're looking at. Those gas things that sort of fill up with gas. See what's going on down here. We've got the beaches with sort of, what are they, docks kind of thing? What is that? What is that? What are they doing there? Is it little things that catch fish or something? I don't know. I don't know what those lines out into the water are. They can't possibly be boardwalks. They must just be some kind of structure that human beings have done to do something with the beach. And then it all went grey. So we've done 2 minutes of 5 minutes, another 3 minutes to go. We're still stuck in this bit of cloud. So not much to see, not much to see. Some more clouds over there. Looking pretty rainy. I guess they don't do that for the bush trips. They set the weather. A thunderstorm would make it kind of boring, wouldn't it? Be nice, be interesting, but yeah, wouldn't be able to see anything. Look at this shit though. These lakes. Crazy. I assume they farm stuff in these pools. Oysters maybe. Beautiful. So where would this town be? We've done 3 minutes, another 2 minutes, so I'm not seeing a town just up ahead. Are we going to be able to get to that other side of the bay in 2 minutes? I don't think so. So Sainte-Marie-de-la-Mer must just be maybe this. Is that a town there? Sitting on the sandbank again? Man, what do they do if there's bloody lots of rain? They just get flooded all the time, I imagine. Now, what if there's strong winds? I mean, there isn't tides in the Mediterranean. Well, not big ones anyway. But they do have big waves if there's a lot of wind. So, you know, sort of feel like there'd be waves that would just totally take over that town. I guess there is a little town there, so that must be Sainte-Marie-de-la-Mer, because we've got like 40 seconds to go before the next turn, so... Cool. Amazing scenery, I'll have to say. With its greens and blues and slight reds. Yeah, there's a whole town there. A whole big town just sitting there on the sand. Doesn't seem a particularly sane way of building a town, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? Maybe it's up higher than it looks. Alright, we're turning. 105 for 9 minutes 13. Golfe Port-sur-Mer. As you pass Bodac heading east, your path will carry over another expanse of inland lakes, bringing you to an opening on Fosse-sur-Mer-Golfe. Fosse-sur-Mer-Golfe. Hello, crazy little town with a, what's that, like a bullfighting ring there? What are you doing? What are you doing? Get rid of it. Although, I think, yeah, it is illegal these days. They did have a lot of bullfighting down this way. Back in the day, when that wasn't considered utterly barbaric. Crazy. So many lakes. Well, otherwise known as just why are you living in the middle of the sea? Not really lakes. Just the sea with a couple of little bits of land sticking out. I mean, this just looks so flimsy. It looks so flimsy. Alright, nearly 2 minutes of 9 minutes done. Hope you're relaxing. Hope you're enjoying the flight. Get a nice view of the sun and the clouds there. A bit of a cinematic shot. Enjoy the beautiful scenery and the serenity. How's our fuel looking? Ah, I have transferred way too much apparently. Now we're going to be heavy on the left. Oh wait, low fuel R. Oh well, that's that's just because I lady emptied it and put it into the right-hand tank, left-hand tank. I mean. You're going to need to refuel soon as well. If I remember, next leg. Don't really want to have to do it in the air because of the immersion. But if we have to, we have to. We'll just, you know, we'll just pretend that there's fuel teleportation technology. And that we're actually just 10,000 years in the future. And we're just, you know, we've got teleporters and spaceships and things like that. But we're, you know, we're enjoying an old-fashioned aeroplane ride. See what it was like, what they did back in the day, what the ancients did. There you go. There you go. Immersion fixed. Alright, 3.5 minutes of 9. Not much going on down there. Doesn't look like there's any roads to it. I guess you could get out there on a beach. There is something weird there, though. They've put a little, I don't know, water break or something. Maybe yet again it's all about fishing for oysters or something. I don't know. Maybe just fish. Get caught in these little pools. And ponds. What's this red thing coming up? Bloody... the Red Sea going on here. So I wonder where this Fosse-sur-Mer-Golfe is then. Because we're halfway there. We're 4:45 of 9:13. Just a measly 4 minutes to go. Ah, it's farmland that's red. What? Really? What are they making there that's so red? Do they just paint the soil or something? Weird. Weird, I says. All them, look at all them lakes. Look at all them chickens. And probably chickens. Like, you know, there might be some chicken farms, probably further to the north of France, but who knows, there might be some chicken farms down here. You know, when they get sick of seafood, they have chicken. Spoiler alert, they don't get sick of seafood down here. They don't much like chicken. Good luck finding any chicken dishes in the local restaurants down here. It's all fish, and if you're lucky, steak. Beef steak. And mussels, well that's seafood I guess. Fortunately, the seafood is fantastic down here. There's nothing worse than bad seafood, and there's probably nothing better than good seafood. Although I am partial to a good steak. I don't know. I don't know why they're all red. What are they doing? What are they doing? Maybe they're making red food dye. What's that? Some kind of shellfish that they make that out of? Although it's actually from some bacteria? Something like that. Some story about red food dye. 7 minutes done. 2 minutes to go. So opening in the Cape. No, in the Gulf. So I guess this is a Gulf. There must be an opening here somewhere. Behind the clouds. And is this Fos-sur-Mer, or is just the Gulf called Fos-sur-Mer, or is the town called Fos-sur-Mer? Questions that a quick Google would answer that I'm not going to bother to do. It's always best to leave a bit of mystery in life, I find. Don't you agree? Cute little town with its little canal to a marina. Those boats are pretty protected there until the sea level rises, and then then the boats will be okay, I guess. Not sure about the marina though. Alright, about a minute to go. About a minute to go. Where's this opening then? I assume maybe that must be it there. With this time-honoured, what on earth is it the algorithm that makes these lines? Or is it an actual thing in real life? They have lines across these openings? Doesn't seem logical to me. It's some kind of glitch, I reckon. Going on down here, all these little, this might be like walkways or tracks or something maybe, to visit these marshlands. Don't know, interesting. Into the clouds. We should be turning. Well, we should have turned already, basically. That's what I'm going to say. There we go. 98 degrees for 9 minutes 57. Almost around 10 minutes. Marseille. Maintain your heading, continue east over Fos-sur-Mer Gulf. Ahead in the distance, you should see Marseille, one of Europe's oldest cities and the second largest in France. Stay on course until you reach the Bay of Marseille and a marina that has been a vital trading port since ancient times. Fucking oath it has. Fucking oath. I think Marseille is the second largest city in terms of population. Although I believe they're constantly fighting that out with Lyon. Perhaps it goes back and forth, I'm not sure. But one thing I do know is, looking at Marseille from Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I've seen it from the air in real life, and I've visited there to the train station at least. I haven't done much visiting of Marseille itself. It's gigantic, so spread out, so many houses. And yeah, I don't know, what's Paris, 12 million people, something like that in Exeter, and so Marseille's not far behind? Maybe not that many, Millions anyway, millions of people. Get through the clouds and see if we can see Marseille in the distance. Not really. It's raining in Marseille right now, apparently. In the game. Probably not in real life. This isn't real-time weather. Might be worth losing a bit of height then to get under those clouds so that we can see better. Alright. Thank you, Golf Fosse-sur-Mer. I mean, I think basically these will be outer suburbs of Marseille anyway, if not Marseille itself. Though I think Marseille's probably out in that bay. I kind of recognise those mountains. Or that peninsula. We float down a bit to try and get under the clouds a bit. Maybe, I don't know. We'll try for 2,000. Feet. As we come over these tiny little beaches and a few houses and then a fairly substantial village slash town. Right, that'll do. Let's get back up to speed. More up to power at least. Say hello to this little town. Hello to my little friend. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Little beach, little marina. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? One of the main autoroute come along. We're following that now basically, and the coast obviously. On our way, we've done 4 minutes of 10. On our way to Marseille, which I think is at the end of this bay up here. So yeah, these aren't suburbs of Marseille. Well, I mean, very outer suburbs, I guess. These are just little towns on the coast. Marseille was further away than I thought. More beaches, more marinas. The Mediterranean life. The Mediterranean life. Yes, Tresbone. Football stadium. Well, not really a stadium, just a football pitch. Alright, 5 minutes to go. Yeah, look, you can sort of see Marseille is rendering in now because it's full of houses. I think it might even be photogrammetry, maybe not, I'm not sure. I've forgotten whether I noticed that when I was here, but at the very least, the algorithm is doing thousands of houses. And hopefully it won't grind to a halt. So this is the Bay of Marseille in front of us, and we're heading to some ancient marina. This little town, like, there's nothing to it, just a few houses on the side of a hill, a tiny little marina, couple of little marinas, bit of a beach, and not much else. It's so cute. Awesome. Here we go. I don't know if it was on the channel or whether it was on my stream, in which case it'd be on the channel somewhere. When they released this France update, I did a bit of a tour down here, and I went to there's some island just sticking out in the middle of with a lighthouse on it that was a point of interest. Might have been here even. Something like that. Something like that. But yeah, I've done Marseille on the channel as well. This bush trip, I'd basically already done. I was well ahead of you, Sobo. I was well ahead of you. Alright, 7:48 of 9:57. Couple of minutes to go then. This is, of course, just the marina, I assume. Fairly large. As you can see, the town itself is pretty big, but then all the way up to the mountains, I think on either side there, it's just houses, 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 suburbs, suburbs, suburbs. Huge town, huge city. I think probably there's more people living here than in certainly all of New Zealand, perhaps even all of Australia. I'm not sure what the numbers are. I have a feeling it's in the 20 millions kind of thing up there near there, in which case I think Australia's 26 million people in total all over the entire country. So certainly if you just took the south of France, you know, Marseille and Nice together, you would certainly have more people than there are Australians. Oh, you like to have lots of people up here in this part of the world, don't you? Don't you? Oi, another plane over there. Did you do another plane? This is my bush trip. Yeah, so here's the beautiful Marseille Arena. We've done 9 minutes and 15 seconds. Another 40 seconds to go. That plane's just booking it out of here. Possibly just one of the ones that's based on real life traffic. Don't know if that's a player. Could be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the bush trips work with other players. Whether, you know, we're all in the same instance or what. Who knows? Who knows? There's the main bit of the arena. We're in the old town of Marseille. You can tell by the colour of the houses. Look at this gigantic city. We should be turning pretty soon. We're above the marina. We're above Marseille. We've done our 10 minutes. There we go. The purple line finally got the message. Alright. we're now heading to Aubagne. From the marina, head directly east over the splendor of Marseille. Find the A50 motorway leading away from the city and follow it to a junction point in nearby Aubagne. The A50. I know the A50. Yeah, I do. I don't live in Marseille. I live pretty close, though. Well, not pretty close, but... we are apparently skipping my part of the world, unless that's tomorrow's bush trip, because we're heading back into the land here to head to Le Castellet, which is, well, look, it's not far. It's not far from where I live. Let me put it that way. A good rocket-propelled spit would probably, you'd probably hit my house from Le Castellet. You'd need some kind of propellant, but not much. Look at this town, mate. Look at it. Oh, there's a bit of photogrammetry. What is that? Marseille something or other? IKEA, maybe. Definitely had the IKEA in Bordeaux was photogrammetried. But not surprising, Bordeaux is where Asobo's from. So yeah, why wouldn't they photogrammetry the IKEA, huh? Photogrammetry the whole town. Red. Outskirts of Marseille. See what I mean? Look at this. Look at all of this sprawl of humanity. All the way up into the mountains here. All the way that way. All the way up over there. All the way along the coast. Just houses upon houses on dogs, mate. And yet it still goes. Look at this. Here we are. We're following the A50 out of here. Just... hello, humanity. There you all are. I was a bit concerned we'd lost you. But, yeah. So, yeah, I guess all of this will be waterfront property eventually. Incredible. Incredible. It blows my mind. The algorithm blows my mind. The sim blows my mind. The sheer humanity in display here blows my mind. The landscape. The feeling of being there. I mean, how long's this game been out now? Probably like a year almost. If not more than that. I guess there would have been a... maybe. No, it was like October or something. Maybe July. It must be nearly a year. And yet, I am still utterly amazed at it all. What a gift to the world this is. What a gift to the world just when we needed it. Just when those of us who like to see the world can't go out outside our front door, we can do it from our computer. We're living in the future. We're living in the future. And I love it. I fucking love it. Alright, we should be turning very shortly for our last segment of this trip. Oh, look at that mine, that quarry there. They've just destroyed that mountain. So much for that mountain. Here today, gone tomorrow. I wonder what all that is with its little grid underneath there. All very Roman style. There we go, 105 degrees for 4 minutes and 2 seconds. We're heading to La Castellet Airport. Just slightly southeast and fly over the hills east of Aubagne. When you see La Castellet Airport ahead, approach from the west to join the left pattern and come in for a landing on runway 31. Alright, well I know this airport pretty well. This is the airport I take off from when I want to see my house in this game. Because it's the, well, is it the closest airport? It's one of the closest airports. I think technically there would be a closer airport, but it's not in the game. And I think the reason is because it's near a military base, even though it is an actual airport that I could fly from. You know, if I wanted to go to Paris, I could use that airport at Toulon. That would be closer, but it's not in the game. I mean, well, no, it isn't. I've flown over it. I think you can see the outline of it or something, but for whatever reason, it's been kind of scrubbed from the record. Now, Toulon's a military base, so maybe that's why. And I don't think the airport's military, but maybe the Bing map people were told, could you not put a airport on the map there so that people can't plan attacks or something? I really don't know. You know, GeoGuessr, Google Street View doesn't have India because India said that Street View could be used to plan terrorist attacks, which, you know, I mean, I guess, I mean, just walking the streets would be just as easy to plan, right? So, anyway, you get some weird decisions from military types. Now, is that the airport up here? It's looking like an airport. I'm actually looking, there's a big colourful, you know, there's some colourful concrete or something nearby, and there's also a big racetrack. And if we're coming in for 3-1, I have to approach from the west. Well, we need to land, we have to go past it and come back, fair enough. I'll do what I'm told. I'll do what I'm told. This is definitely the runway. The airport. It's next to a big racetrack, the Paul Ricard racetrack, which until recently, well, years ago used to be part of the F1 circuit, and I think is now recently back added to it. It had been closed down for many years, but yeah, this airport, La Castellet is a town up on top of a hill. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. It's just right up on one of these towns that just sits on top of a hill. It's somewhere here. I can't quite see where it is. The airport's not that close to it. And then the racetrack's just behind the airport. In fact, yeah, look, this is the racetrack with its colourful red and blue things, and this is actually the airport here. And is that Le Castellet? One of them. Doesn't quite look like a high enough hill. Alright, what height are we? We're way too high. So, let's slow right down. Let's get our flaps down. We'll go past the runway and come back via the west, land the other way. Let's see if I can find La Castellet. I don't think that's it. That is a bunch of... that's... I forget the name of the other one. There's two towns that are basically on hills near each other. I think La Castellet is... let's see. If that's the ocean, the sea there. Interesting. That's definitely not it. Maybe it's... I'm looking for a big hill, but I'm not seeing one. Interesting. Get our flaps down. Let's get a bit of power up before we fall out of the sky. Follow the downwind leg of the runway. While we continue to look for the town I'm looking for. Bit of a town there, but that's not it. Surprised I can't find it. Is not exactly at the airport though. I wonder if it's over here on this hill. Could be, could be. But I'm not seeing any buildings on it, so maybe that's why I'm getting confused. Look at this racetrack. Look at it. I guess it's possible that that's it. I mean, that is a bit of a hill. In real life, it looks much more hilly than that. Like, it's just a hill in the middle of nowhere with a whole town on it, you know? How are we looking here? 45 degrees yet? Almost, almost. Alright, I think we can start turning. Maybe even lose a bit of power. Maybe not that much power. 31. Runway 31. Now, there isn't multiple runways here. I'm not landing on the racetrack or something in my game. Let's get to our nose eye view, as it were. I think maybe we're too high. Power right down. Looking okay, looking good. Coming in a bit fast, but that's fine. We've got plenty of runway. They're up a bit. Most people land here anyway, you can see it. Boom, right where you're supposed to land. Slam on the brakes so we've got enough room for the next leg to take off from this way. Welcome to La Castellet Airport, home of Paul Ricard's F1 Grand Prix racetrack, whatever you call it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it registers. It has. So that was leg 11 of the French bush trip. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.